Have you ever wondered why a small deck of tarot cards can give people a glimpse into the outline of their destiny? Why can these 78 seemingly random patterns hit the deepest fears and desires of human beings? Is it really just a toy for divination? Tarot in Latin is seen as the Wheel of Tao, a symbol of the repetition of the laws of the universe. Today we will walk into this structure itself and uncover the forgotten truth behind tarot cards. This structure is divided into 22 Major Arcana, represents the evolutionary path at the soul level, known as the Fool's Journey. 56 Minor Arcana, symbolizes trials, human nature, and relationships in daily reality. The Major Arcana is the main line of the soul's script, telling the complete journey of human consciousness from ignorance to awakening, from confusion to integration. The elemental structure is the raw energy flowing behind all plots, your desires, fears, will, and beliefs. The first layer, Major Arcana, Soul Journey, 22 cards, from number 0, the Fool, to number 21. The world is a spiral journey from chaos to integration. This is the journey of you as consciousness, transcending identity, emotions, and thinking. Why are you born, and what are you doing? Second level, Minor Arcana, Real Experience. 4 suits, 14 cards, depicting 4 major aspects of life. Wands, action and desire. Holy Grail, emotion and relationship. Swords, thinking and conflict. Coins, material and security. The third layer, energy system, 4 elements. The 4 elements run through all the small cards and are the basic force behind all the meanings of the cards. For example, when you draw the 3 of Cups, you actually feel the joy and connection of water, while the 10 of Swords feels the extreme sharpness and mental collapse of wind. This 3-layer system is not accidental. In the mystical tradition, the universe is divided into 3 realms. The 3-layer structure of tarot is actually a reflection of the 4-layer existence model of the universe. We think we are just drawing a card, but in fact, we are touching the hierarchical structure of the entire universe. In the tarot, the 22 cards of the Major Arcana are not a collection of divination symbols. They form a secret and profound path, known as the Fool's Journey. These 22 cards are the 22 doors that the soul must complete in order to travel through life, death, divinity, and self. The Fool is not a symbol of ignorance, but the embodiment of the undefined state of consciousness. The High Priestess, after creation, consciousness begins to introspect. The High Priestess symbolizes intuition, mystery, and the subconscious. She sits between the temples, holding the Book of Torah, guarding the unknown wisdom. She reminds us, the real answers are hidden in the shadows you have never touched. You begin to understand the rules of the world and learn to find a balance between love and restrictions. The Hierophant, the voice of society, emerges. Tradition, belief, system, morality. You are asked to obey. This is an important juncture. Do you accept the beliefs of others, or do you seek your own truth? Lovers, you start to make choices, not only about love, but also about self-identity. Between the pursuit of freedom and integration, between desire and responsibility, between soul and body. The Chariot, after the choice, the consciousness moves forward. This card is the victory of will and the declaration of I can. You begin to take control and harness the opposing forces, the dark horse and the white horse, desire and fear, the inner and the outer. Strength, the Hermit. As you progress, you discover that true strength does not lie in conquest, but in gentle control. Strength is your ability to gently tame the beast within you. Then, you enter the Hermit stage, retreat, introspect, and seek the true light. Wheel of Fortune. You begin to realize that the universe has a greater rhythm. Some things are beyond your control, but you can choose how to face them. This is a card about cycles and destiny, telling you, you are a traveler and you are also part of the cycle. Justice, the Hanged Man. You begin to bear the consequences and weigh right and wrong. But justice is not only external punishment, but also internal reckoning. Then, you will be hung upside down. Learn to turn the world upside down and look at life from a new perspective. The Hanged Man is not a punishment, but a pause before rebirth. Death is not death itself, but the old self that must be shed. Death is the most unavoidable step in this journey. Temperance. After rebirth, consciousness learns to harmonize. Heaven and earth, movement and stillness, fire and water. You begin to practice the doctrine of the mean. Temperance is the starting point of inner alchemy. The devil, the tower. This is the darkest stage. The devil is when you are enslaved by desire, addiction, and fear. You realize that the real prison is not outside, but in the lies you tell yourself. The tower is the end of this self-deception. All disguises, dependencies, and false structures will collapse. But it is also in the ruins that the true awakening can appear. After the towers fell, stars of hope appeared in the night sky. You began to believe that the universe would not give up on you. The stars are the light of the soul, reconnecting with the source. The moon is the process of going through illusions and facing the shadows of the subconscious, while the sun is the return of the childhood of the soul, the real I am back. Judgment is not a punishment, but a wake-up call. You hear the call of your soul, review the entire journey, and prepare to enter a higher dimension. You are no longer the fool who set out. You have become a complete being. You are part of the world, and you also contain the whole world within you. In the Major Arcana, we see the grand journey of the soul. But most people are more familiar with the other 56, those seemingly trivial Minor Arcana. They don't have resounding names like the Magician, the Grim Reaper, and the Stars, but they hide the truth that we experience every day. Your quarrels, your fatigue, your desires, your fears, all can be traced in these cards. This is the power of the Minor Arcana. It is a mirror of life and a projection of cosmic energy in daily life. Wands represent the element of fire, cups represent the element of water. Each group symbolizes an energy operation system of life. The 14 cards in each group are divided into. The wand is fire, a symbol of inspiration, ambition, desire, and intuition. It represents the part of us that desires action, promotion, determination, creation, and confrontation. Ace of Wands, spark of inspiration, the starting point of creativity. 3 of Wands, look far ahead, waiting for the opportunity to mature. 10 of Wands, overload, a sign of burning out. The Holy Grail tells you, your feelings are part of the flow of the universe. Emotions are a channel to reality, not a symbol of weakness. The sensitivity that is suppressed in modern society has received the most gentle healing in the Holy Grail. Sword, the sharp edge of thought and conflict. Sword belongs to the wind and is a symbol of thought, language, logic, and truth. It is the way we perceive the world, but it can also become a weapon of attack. Ace of Swords, renewal of knowledge, insight into the truth. 7 of Swords, deception, theft, disguise. 10 of Swords, collapse of thought, pain of denial. The sword tells you, your words can penetrate the fog, but also tear apart trust. Your thoughts are a tool for freedom, or a cage of self-curse. It's up to you to choose. It is the sharpest of the group, but it is also the easiest to hurt yourself. Coins, the foundation of matter and existence. Coins are soil, the embodiment of stability, flesh, wealth, and security. It reflects how you land, your resources, body, work, and goals. Ace of Pentacles, seeds of opportunity, promise of a bountiful harvest. 5 of Pentacles, poverty, loss, exclusion. 10 of Pentacles, prosperity for generations, integration of material and spiritual. Coins remind you that the spirit has no foundation and is a floating bubble. The body, material, and environment are also part of spiritual growth. In the anxiety of the current era, coins are the most misunderstood and most needed energy. The Page, Knight, Queen, and King in each set are not external characters, but the 4 personality aspects within you. These roles are not static labels, but rather aspects of energy that you activate in different situations. When you truly understand the structure of the Minor Arcana, you will find that it is the energy map of your life. It will not tell you the results of the future, but it can let you see in which energy you are drifting. It can guide you to notice, what kind of energy am I lacking now? What element is excessive in my life? Which card is speaking in my heart? Tarot cards are not just a superposition of images. They are more like a code book wrapped in images, hiding the interwoven structure of 3 ancient systems. These seemingly mysterious systems actually constitute the deepest geometric skeleton of tarot cards. These numbers are not level or size. Rather, it is the evolutionary stage of each energy. Ace 1, the birth of energy, seed, potential, starting point. 2, opposition appears, binary differentiation, tension is formed. 3, integration, initial results, triangle stability. 4, structure, order, and reality are established. 5, conflict, challenge, and turmoil are the key to transformation. 6, harmony, reward, and the return of balance. 7, inner testing, faith, and perseverance. 8, control, power, repeated trials. 9, maturity, loneliness, and self-sufficiency. 10, the extreme in the end, preparing for a new cycle. Each number is not a static label, but a part of energy fluctuation. When you draw a card with a certain number, it is actually the universe telling you, you are now in the first stage. 2, astrology, the secret correspondence between stars and court cards. Each major arcana is almost always associated with an astrological symbol. Magician, Mercury, communication and will. Strength, Leo, sun self and inner struggle. Star, Aquarius, cosmic connection and hope. World, Saturn, the embodiment of fusion and ultimate rules. In addition to the major cards, the court cards also echo the stars. Queen of Cups symbolizes the moon, emotional motherhood and intuition. Knight of Swords symbolizes Mars, conflict and sharpness in action. King of Pentacles symbolizes Jupiter, material abundance and wisdom in governance. When you see a card, what you actually see is not only an image, but also the arrival of a star energy. What flows in tarot is not luck, but the projection of the power of the planets into your inner self. 3, Kabbalah Tree of Life, the dimension of tarot. Kabbalistic tradition holds that the universe is made up of 10 sacred vessels, Sephirot, which form the path of consciousness to the divine. Based on this, mystics would. The 22 major arcanas correspond to the 22 paths connecting the spheres of light in the Tree of Life. The 56 minor arcanas correspond to the daily experiences projected by the 10 spheres of light themselves. For example, the Fool, 0, the path from Kether, divinity, to Chokmah, wisdom. The fall of consciousness from formlessness to potentiality. Eth, 13, the passage from Tiferet, mind, to Netzach, emotion, abandoning the old self and evolving emotions. Stars, 17, from Yesod, moon world, to Netzach, hope makes the subconscious manifest. The vision of tarot and the structure of Kabbalah together form a roadmap for the growth of the soul. You may be surprised to find that behind every tarot card, there is a whole set of unfathomable mathematical philosophy at work. It is not a cartoon picture, but a star map, formula, and sacred geometry hidden beneath the picture. When you draw a card, you are talking to an archetypal energy in the universe. The person on that card is you. That number is your current location. That planet is a reflection of your energy at this moment. And that path is the direction you want to go. Can you understand its language? We have traveled through the universe of 78 cards, through the Fool's Journey, the 4 elements of reality, the secret of numbers, and the projection of the stars. But the most important question, until now, has been withheld from you. Who are you? Which of these 78 cards are you in? Which card are you? Maybe you are experiencing the collapse of the tower. Maybe you are waiting for answers in silence like a priestess. Or maybe you are torn between lovers. Or maybe you've reached the edge of the world ready to start a new cycle. Tarot is not for prediction or to help you avoid future traps. It is for helping you remember who you are. It is a mirror, a key, and a map, but the real traveler is always you. Have you noticed? The Fool is number 0 and the World is number 21. Numerically, they are at the farthest ends. But in tarot, they are actually two sides of the same coin. The Fool is the beginning and the return. The World is the completion and the restart. The real cycle never ends. Not because you are destined to be this way, but because this is the universal path of soul evolution. Tarot is a grand cosmic narrative, but it is also about every small decision in your daily life.